Right, hello. It's been a while. Welcome to episode 7 of the Austin 7 build. So, quick recap. Episode 6, went to Simon's, we've done a lot of mechanical and we've returned the vehicle here to continue with the framework. It's been cold, it's been wet. There's been a definite lack of enthusiasm to come down when it's been absolutely freezing. Where I'm located, on top of a hill, just seems to cop it really bad. The weather's starting to turn now for the better. It's becoming drier, and I've got my enthusiasm back for the project. I've got a goal in mind of when I'd like it to be complete, and I'm really kicking on with it now. So I forgot to do an intro when I started doing the framework again, but that's why I'm halfway through the job, and you can kind of see it here. I'm not going to film loads of it. I'm only going to show you like the new bits I've done because you've already seen a lot of the processes already, and I don't want to bore you with that. So my goal for this episode is to basically complete the framework, all the aluminium frame and inner support, and then basically get that off the car, get all the joints fully welded up and then cleaned off, and then that structure then is ready to panel, and then that then leads me down onto the paneling route, and then also allows me access to finish off everything on the chassis. So I've got 2 routes to go down if I get stuck on one, and then also I can get Simon in to give us a hand as well. So that's where I want to take the episode. Sorry it's been a while, but I'll crack on. Right, okay, it's Saturday morning. I've called in all the big guns to come in and help me on this project. So Ted the apprentice is going to do his best. Seeing that the welder is off for repair, I'm going to do some of the riveting now. So you may have seen these in previous parts of the video or previous videos. They're Clecos. It's an aircraft tool. Basically, you put it into the hole and it flares out and pulls the 2 panels together, keeps it in place. So I've got a few of them, so the panel can't go anywhere. These are really good. I recommend not buying them off eBay. This is where we got this lot from. You literally pay double the price. If you give them a Google, there's an aircraft store, and you'd think buying them from an aircraft supplier, they'd be more expensive, but they're actually like literally half the price than buying them off eBay. Have been very fortunate. I've managed to borrow this riveting tool from work, so that's gonna save a lot of effort. Really expensive. I'd never be able to afford one. I think they're over 700 quid or something like that for that riveting tool. but I've set it all up. I'm not bothering like going through how I've set it all up. So I've countersunk all the holes, chopped down all my rivets, literally set the tool. I'm going for a flat front and just a slightly domed back. You're not going to see the back once the dashboard's in place and all this is covered up. You're never going to see the rivets again. So I've just gone for a domed finish on the back, and that is pretty much it. Okay then, so moving swiftly on. I'm now going to get these panels into place, tacked and trimmed on both sides. I'm going to get this section here, which is all dimple dyed, welded into place. My material, which I needed to finish off around the bonnet area, hasn't arrived, and my bulkhead material hasn't arrived. Gave him a call today. It's been nearly 2 weeks since I placed that order. And it won't be here in time, so it's a little bit annoying, but it just means when I'm held up on something like that, I can then crack on with another part of the job as it all needs doing. So once I've got it all welded up in the areas and I've cleaned off certain welds, especially the ones on the outside so they don't interfere with the skin, and the framework is solid, the framework will all be lifted off as one whole piece. I will then finish off all the welding that's required on it and make that a complete welded solid unit ready to be panelled. And that is pretty much it. I'm hoping to get all that done in this episode. So lots to do, lots to crack on with. I'm going to turn that up a bit. Okay, so that brings me nicely to the sticker board. As you can see, I've got Simons and Rory's and Statesy's up there already. If anyone wants to do a sticker swap, if you've got a channel and you've got some stickers, please send us one. I'd love to stick it up on the board. And likewise, if you want one of mine, not that you probably do, just give us a shout and I'll ping one out to you. better, isn't
It is actually better. It looks racier.
It doesn't need this bit and then.
No, I think. I do like it.
Nice. It'd be good to swing the back end out of Prescott a few tyres when I first go up there.
I can't wait for you to put your elbow on the tyre.
Okay, so I've lost my microphone and it's chucking down, so bear with me on this one. I've made a few new purchases. This is a lovely Lucas mirror. We'll just get that into focus there. It's from the period, lovely beveled edges, absolutely beautiful piece. And I found that on eBay and I think I won that for about 20 quid. Some prop shaft bolts, and then these bits I'm really excited about. This is a little switch off a Spitfire, and if it works, this would be my lights on and off, my little engine start button from a Lancaster, and then my little engine start flap there, hopefully, and then that will fit inside there, and will be my ignition. So, really excited about them. Quite expensive for what they are, but they are period pieces, and you do expect to pay a few quid for them. Some new pedals, well not new, but decent quality brake and clutch pedal there, so really happy with them. I think they're around 15 quid each on eBay. And then this is my most expensive purchase. These are a set of 5 anvils all the way from Sweden. They're made to my own specifications and drawings. There's a chap over in Sweden called Roger Lund, and he is the go-to chap for these. These are absolutely beautiful pieces, and I've made a new cradle to go on the bottom and cleaned up the top wheel, so that is ready to go and ready to start forming my body panels. But I'll get into this when I start making it, I don't like the full radius wheels that I've got on my wheel, and these are flats, and I'll explain more about the flats and the full radiuses on the anvils once I get into the body panels, but it's really important. So I've attached all the frame here, made this section through here, and what I'm going to do on this piece here is dimple dye it just like the rest of it all around the car. This may look a bit odd that it's got a strip there and it goes into a bit of angle and then into a bit of angle around here, which is all going to be dimple dyed like I said. But what I've done is copy the Amel car at work. It's got 2 sections like this, and then one in the middle. And like I said, it goes down into the angle. It's exactly the same as the Amel car. It hasn't got the dimple dyed section through here, but that's my little touch to it. So if it's good enough for the Amel car, it's good enough for this. What I'm not gonna do yet is cut this out and fix it in. Even though I've marked it all out and I've made some templates and stuff like that, to me something just isn't right, whether this is just a bit high around here, and I may need to narrow that and lower it down at a later date. And if I go and fix it all into place here, I'm gonna waste all that material and I'm slowly running out. So I'm just gonna hold fire. That can be riveted in at any point. And what I'm gonna do just around here is add a floor, which is going to come off down here, and so I just left enough material to slide underneath, a little gap, like a 2mm gap under here. So that's where that's going to go.
What are you feeling? One either side or?
Yeah, it's.
I'm trying to lift the bottom.
Nothing to it, is there?
No. to the front. That's a thumbnail. That's a thumbnail. Yeah.
Okay, so I got Simon popping over today to pick these bonnets up. I've made some new sides for a Big 7 special. The chap wanted this louver section actually in the panel instead of riveted. It's sustained some damage over the years as well, so I've made some new sides for him, and I put some matching louvers. I think there's 20 louvers on each, and they're in line with top and bottom there, so it just makes it a bit more uniform. So I've put them in the bonnet for him, and I've cut out some headlight rings for Simon for his special that he's making. So interesting project coming up on his channel. So yeah, look forward to seeing him later on today. Right, okay, Saturday morning. I've lost my microphone, so bear with me. I feel rough as hell, so that doesn't help. Got some sort of bug on my chest. Feel awful. I'm going to get this fully welded up, cleaned off inside and out. It's going to be at least a day's work, I reckon. So, not that I'm feeling up for it. I'm just going to have to crack on and get it done. Right then, okay, so that is the frame pretty much done. I've got to add a section all in here, but once I start developing the body, I'll make that once I know definitely what's going to go there and the shape I'm going to try and create. Hopefully you like the shape, you know, and you get the idea of what I'm trying to achieve with one side slightly lower than the other, the passenger sitting a little bit further back. You can kind of visualize the boat tail there and get an idea of what this car is going to look like. There's a few things I'm still not too convinced about, whether this is going to be the right shape. My patterns that I took it from, that's all I can go on, and all worked out okay, but visually, just looking at it at the moment, I'm still not 100% on it, but all will become very clear once I start making the panels, and I'll know if that shape works or not. And that is pretty much it. Let me know if you like it, dislike it, you would have done something a bit different. Very interested to hear people's opinions on this. I did do one thing at the end which I didn't film. I've just added these little support sections, dimple dyed sections here, and these are riveted on. There's one at the front as well in these crucial areas, because even though I've welded all the way around, welds can crack over a period of time under stresses and stuff like that. So as an extra precaution, I've solid riveted these in, just like I did with the dimple dyed section there. I've solid riveted these in, so if the weld does crack in any of these places, the frame's not going to move. The solid rivets I know are going to stay in place, and it's just an extra stiffening piece, and yeah, so added those. I've just got to add them on the other side, but I thought I'd do the same clip before I crack on with that. And that is pretty much it. This is now ready to panel. I've got a few things to do on the chassis. That may be the next episode, or I may get impatient and start mocking up some panels for this. I'm not too sure which is what way it's going to go. I've got a week away now. I've got to go and work in Holland with a very talented chap. So very fortunate on that, on a bit of a secret project for work. But all become clear on my Instagram over the next few weeks. And that is pretty much it. So yeah, please like, subscribe if you don't follow the channel. And what else is there? That's pretty much it. Hopefully there's not such a big gap between the next episode. Hopefully now I've caught up. This has taken a lot longer than needed, but it's turned into a much bigger monster than I ever thought. I never thought it'd be this complex, but I'm very happy with how it's kind of worked out. So that's enough of me rambling on, and I'll leave you to it. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode. Ciao.